Well, welcome to another episode of HF Conversations. Hope you've been enjoying all of these videos each and every week. You can find them on Wednesdays on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, on our Highlands Fellowship app. We're just putting it out everywhere, you know? So, and today, Tim Lemons is back with the conversation. And what we want to do today really is just talk about some of our online ministry, what we do with our online campus and HFOnline, and really all the content that we put out online. And so I asked Tim to come because before I came on staff here, he was online pastor. And so now he's like communication director extraordinaire. Yeah. But we want to talk about just some of the history of Highlands Fellowship Online and things we've been doing. So why don't you just kind of take it off and share just a little bit of the history of HFOnline with everybody.
Yeah, so I'd have to give a shout out to JR, who's in the back of the room listening to us right now as we were recording, working diligently on a video.
Yeah.
And anyways, he really helped start the online campus, and I think it was like 2011, maybe somewhere around there. We started the online campus, and at that time it was pretty fairly new for churches, so we were pretty on the forefront of that.
Yeah,
definitely other churches were doing it and doing it well. LL Cool J song just popped in my head. But anyways, we started it 7 years ago or so, and it's been an amazing ministry. There's tons of success stories, lives that have been changed through the online campus. It's just a really great way to reach people that typically would not come to your church.
Yeah, you know, one of the most interesting things that I've found in the last 9 months being on staff here is how many people are like 1 degree separated from Highlands Fellowship that are part of the online community. So it's someone's, daughter or son or cousin or, aunt or friend from high school, or there's a connection back to Highlands. And so we're able to engage with these people who sort of know who we are, but maybe don't completely. And for some people, it's a great stopping point on their way to coming to a physical campus at Highlands.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, they've been a part of Highlands before and have moved somewhere else and haven't found a church, so they get to stay connected. And then there are other people who, HFOnline is their church home, it's their family. And I think it's a cool ministry that we can offer to people, no matter where you are in life, that we can have that connection point with them. So what are some, maybe just a couple things that you really enjoyed while you're doing online ministry, some things that just really stand out to you?
Yes, I can think of, as you were just talking, I thought of probably 10 people that I know of just right off the bat that have been affected in a positive way through the online ministry. Yeah. There was a lady a family who came here, went to church here. Husband had a different job and had to move to North Carolina, and they didn't find the church in their area where they lived that was anything like Highlands, and so they attended online with us for probably a year and a half or so, and then they finally were able to actually move back here because they love Highlands Fellowship so much. The job was that they had been praying and finally was able to move back here, and so now they're back at Highlands. But that whole year and a half when they were gone, they were still able to connect, and they were able, the rest of their family attends church here, so they had those things that they could talk to with their family, even though they're 2-3 hours away. So there's that. I can think of another lady who's legally blind and was able to attend online every week, and also attend an online small group, and we had great community and fellowship. We did do communion a couple times online. Yeah,
we have tried that.
But we've had great community and fellowship through the small group experience online. I think of our rock star volunteer Jared, who has cerebral palsy, and he's able to minister and pray and do amazing things through that ministry. Yeah. So many life changes.
Yeah, to me, the most encouraging thing in the last 9 months really has been the connections that I've made with people that I would probably not have made if it weren't for the online campus. So like as I'm trying to minister to them and lead this thing, like they're also ministering to me, right? This is my community too. Mm-hmm. So not only have I found a place to serve and to work and to lead, but I'm also being cared for.
Right.
This is a community of people that are very real. And it's easy to forget that when we're talking about online. It's like, oh yeah, online, that's whatever. But no, like, these are real people. This is real life. Real stuff happens on Sundays and throughout the week, and in our Facebook group and all these things. Like, we're there for each other, even if we can't be physically there for each other.
Yeah.
I read a statistic the other day that said that the average adult in the United States spends 5 hours a day interacting with their phone in some way. Whether it's texting, email, video. I mean, and you're like, I don't do 5 hours, but then, like, think about how many times in an hour you check your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a minute. So for me, it's not a question of like, is online church better than physical attendance? And all, people have those conversations all the time, online and offline, and it's worth talking about, what it means to be involved. But for me, my focus isn't where you show up, but it's the community that you're in, right?
Okay.
So if we can provide community for people who don't have community,
right,
that's a win.
Yeah, I've always said, and I stole this from somebody. I can't remember who, or I would give credit, but so once you say it enough, you can just say, "I've always."
That's
said
right.
It. So
like Tim
I've
says,
always said, if you rated fellowship on a scale of 1 to 10, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, coming to church physically and being in a physical small group and getting together every week, like, that's the epitome, right? So that'd be like a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's awesome. I would say like an online group or coming to church online is probably on that fellowship rating. It's like maybe the best it's going to be is a 7 or an 8, but it's
right,
way better than 0.
Right.
If someone's not going to come to church
exactly,
and they're not going to get connected physically in a small group, why on earth would we not go to them? I mean, that's what Jesus did.
Right.
Go to where they are and create this opportunity for them to be plugged in and involved.
Yeah.
7's better than nothing.
Exactly. If someone said, I'm going to give you $7 or $0, you would take 7. You wouldn't say, well, it's not 10, so I don't want it. Like,
yeah.
So, and that's the thing is that and the world is, even since we started online ministry in 2011, and when I was in college with New Spring Church, shout out to Nick Sherlombus if you're watching this.
Yeah,
I love you, man.
Nick, you've helped us a lot, man.
Yeah, Nick. So I got connected in college with Nick. We had just started the web campus. Like, New Spring built that thing like on their own.
Yeah.
This was before Church Online platform really was a thing for people. I mean, it was really new, and instantly I was hooked. Right? It was like, I am having interactions with people from all over the country, and people from all over the country are serving with me. I'm developing these friendships, and I could do it from my house in Tennessee on the weekends, even though, New Spring is meeting in Anderson, South Carolina. I was still able to be connected to that and be a college student. And then I got to serve with them, and I mean, it opened my eyes to the possibilities of a new frontier. And I really like, there's this guy named Dave. He's one of the pastors at North Point, one of their digital communication guys. And he talked about this idea called omni-channel approach. And it's the idea that it's not either or, it's just a both and, right? So, and we already offer all these other things like podcasts and videos and, our app and all, we have all these ways for people to engage with Highlands Fellowship. Mm-hmm. And so all we're doing is just offering another opportunity in that, width of engagement.
Right.
We're just trying to make it stronger.
Yeah, and there's so many different types of people that attend online. I was just talking to a guy the other day. He his kids are in travel sports, and so a lot of times on Sundays they're traveling, and so he'll pull up online campus in the car, play it through the speakers, and the family's getting able to have church together online as they're traveling. And I mean if we didn't do that, then they would be missing church half the month.
Right. And these are people who come, who would consider themselves members of Highlands. Yep. And so it's not just, we're just trying to reach people that would never come to our church. That's true. We're also reaching people who are involved with our church. We're reaching people who are maybe in a place where they don't know anybody. Until you move away from maybe where you grew up, you go to college somewhere, you take a job somewhere, it can be really hard to find community. And so if we can play any part in creating that for you or helping you find that somewhere, that's such a win.
When I was in Bible college, it was a little hole-in-the-wall place, and I had a hard time finding anything like Highlands Fellowship. And I would have loved to have an online campus like we have now. And since I have this moment, like if you're watching this and you attend Highlands Fellowship and you love Highlands Fellowship and you're like, I want my friends to come, but I don't know how, or whatever.
Yeah.
I would just like to say to you, hey, every single weekend, share a post and invite people to attend church with you online.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're there in person, like, make a Facebook post, take a picture of you sitting in the stage or in the sanctuary or in the Elevate venue, wherever. Take a picture and say, hey, join me, watch online, live.hf.church.
Yeah.
Because you don't know the power of the invite on social media. I mean, you make that one post, it takes you like a minute, less than a minute.
Yeah.
And that can reach hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And you never know, one person might be feeling down that day and click that button, and their life could be forever changed. And all you did was do a 1-minute post about, hey, I'm loving my church today. If you're not here, watch online.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so simple, so powerful. I think like one of the greatest stories I love sharing is one of our volunteers. This was back, a long time ago. This will date it. They were playing Farmville, okay? Playing Farmville on Facebook, and you get all the random friends you can on Farmville because you need those crops. Come
That's
on,
right.
baby. So you're doing these games on Farmville, and this one person becomes friends with this other person, and they start talking, and they realize they have a lot in common. And then this one, her Terry, super volunteer, awesome. She just says, hey, come to church with me. And then Patty started attending church, and she's from Pennsylvania. I love saying Patty from Pennsylvania. And she's attended here online for the past 2.5, 3 years now. And when she gets a vacation, she comes here to visit us. I mean, talk about community, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's as real as it gets.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. And all it was that never would have happened if Terry hadn't taken 1 minute and posted on Facebook, hey, join me for church.
Yeah. And so it's not hard to share that with people. And man, I can think of so many stories too, just of people who said, I was doing this, then I saw this post, and now I'm here in live prayer, on a one-on-one chat, sharing about something that I'm really struggling with. Every weekend, I'm talking to people who are struggling with a divorce in their family, with depression, with anxiety, with thoughts of suicide. Like, this is real stuff that people are sharing online every weekend that they might never share in person, right? But there's just something about it's familiar, it's consistent, but it's also a little bit anonymous, right? And they don't have to just be looking at you face to face. I've had hour-long conversations with people in the last month about their family and just their heartbrokenness for loss in their family, that they don't even know me, but they know me as James, the online guy. Right. Oh, it's James, he's the online guy. But they don't actually know me.
We need to make a theme song for that. James.
If you want to make a theme song for James, the online guy,
submit that.
Send it my way.
Send us a link below on YouTube. Comment if you're watching on YouTube.
Like and subscribe. Whatever the kids say these days. But so all this to say, and here's really what we're getting at, is that for us, debating about whether there's legitimacy of online ministry or not is not really a big deal, because we already see it every weekend, right? And every month and every year, there's really even been a compounded growth of that. And so now we're trying new things like an online small group that is video, like watching videos sort of on demand that I record each week, and then having conversation threads. Because I have literally had a dozen conversations since the fall that said, I wish I could attend a small group, but my job, but my family, but something is keeping me from committing to every, Thursday at 7. Like, it's hard to do that, to commit to that. But I want more community and I want to go deeper. So what can we do? And I was like, well, actually we're going to try this, And it's not necessarily for everyone, but for the person that it's for, man, it's a win when we can minister to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, so wherever you're at, we want to be there with you.
Yeah.
We want to do life with you, whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah. And I'd say too, the goal for the people that do attend online, we want that the ultimate win would be for you to connect in person and take that extra step. But again, if you're far away and you can't connect, we would gladly help provide you with churches in your area that are more similar to Highlands Fellowship, to get you personally, physically connected. Yeah. But online is still, again, it's a 7 out of 10. It's a great experience. It's a great community. It really does change lives. We've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds of people accept Jesus for the first time through our online campus. Yeah, it really is.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
So if you've never tried church online, you should try this weekend. Just
Yeah.
go to live.hf.church. You can go there anytime, and you can watch some of our conversation videos. There's other things posted on there during the week, and then you can actually set a reminder. Super easy. It'll remind you to come and check it out. So we're live at 9:30 and 11, since we changed service times. Also at 7 p.m. on Sundays, and then Mondays at 10 and noon. And so if you've never tried church online, try it this weekend. Try it next weekend. Invite someone else to try it. Maybe you know someone who is struggling, who needs some community, who could use some encouragement. I promise you that if they're online this weekend, it's going to be an encouraging time. So if you've never done it, check it out. Give it a try.
Take advantage of the Sunday night service.
That's right.
Invite some friends over to your house, have dinner,
Just
and
watch
then
it
turn
together.
on the service at 7 o'clock. Watch it on your TV all together. I mean, that's a great way to, get your friends to watch that maybe wouldn't normally watch.
Yeah. So, and really what we want to do at Highlands, we say this all the time, is we're creating a church where imperfect people love to belong. And so part of that is bringing that thing, the DNA of Highlands, to different platforms and different times, and even outside of time, with on-demand content. And so we would love for you to check that stuff out. We'd love to engage with you more. And man, Tim, thank you so much for being on here and reminiscing about some good old times of online. It's funny to think about old times since it seems so new still, but we've been around for a while, and so if you've never experienced that, we would love to connect with you. And again, thank you so much for watching these videos, for commenting, for sending us messages. If there are things that you want us to talk about, just shoot us an email, shoot us a message, send a comment below, and maybe we'll get on that over the next few weeks and months. And we'll see you back right here next Wednesday for another conversation.
See you.